journey, but it was kind of like I was already in it, kind of. And then it was just like, oh, let me see what sea moss does. But I just eat it just eat sea moss. So I'm just eating sea moss. I'm losing mad weight. Can't do that. So now I know it's good for weight loss. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me put it on my face because that's what I say. I can do it on my face. Just tighten my face, get the skin. It works. Digest it. It's good for the vitamins and minerals and things like that. So that's my journey. I was trying to change my mindset on. Let me read up on what these foods are. What's needed is processed. Let me see what I can take out of my diet. So my church went on a Daniel fast, so we took out the meat and everything like that. So when that happened, I was like, okay, I don't need to eat beef anymore. So I took beef out of my diet. So then after that, I started taking things out. So I don't really eat starch like that because that turns into sugar. So I don't eat rice. I eat quinoa. You know, I eat alfalfa sprouts, alfalfa grass, and things like that, which they feed the horses when they're malnourished because it gives you bulk. That's what most vegans and people don't do. That's why they have bad guts and they're not as bulky as some people. They're not eating the right things.
So do you cook your own foods?
Yes, I have a garden, simple garden. I mean, when I say garden, it's not necessarily too big, but I encourage everybody to cook their own food. Grow their own food. And when you go out, they're going to put mad salt on there. They put all types of salt on there. So why not cook your own food and know what season that you put on there? Paprika, put cinnamon on there. You can put Mrs. Ashley, got a whole lot of different herbs, and you know what actually you're eating in your food.
Absolutely. Food is medicine. And I try to stress that to people, but everyone has to, figure it out on their own time. So I want to know, who did you help along this journey?
Well, along this journey, one, I helped my friend, Ron, I'm gonna put you out there, Ron, my sister. I know him from college, and he's actually a trainer and things like that. So, we just talking, and his sister actually is gonna come on my podcast. She had cancer. And what happened was she wanted to go a natural route, but she wasn't quite sure if she still wanted to do the chemo or the radiation and things of that nature. So I said that I gave her herbs. She changed her diet, gave her sea moss and things of that nature. So her body was cleansed from that. So she said, I'm going to do the chemo. So they said she had to do like 10 treatments of chemo. Which will tear you down, and it cleans all the nutrients, good and bad nutrients, not just the bad ones. But she only had to go through 3. And then from there, she had breast cancer, and then they wanted her to get radiation, and I told her you don't need radiation because radiation is just burning you more and more, and the way you eat and things like that, you don't need it. Now, I wouldn't usually tell nobody that, but they wanted my honest opinion. And he's a friend of mine, so I gave him my honest opinion. So she didn't go through radiation, so she got everything, and everything was successful. But one key part, it's another way I say take your health back. Because I told her what certain medications do when you have cancer. Certain medications make you feel like you're paralyzed, that you can't walk, and things like that. And that's what they gave her. They gave her one of those. They discontinued that. And then she caught back up like that. Got her memory back, got her walking back and things like that. And now she's going and she still has kids and things like that.
So what are your thoughts about, like doctors? Like, how often do you go and see a doctor? And do you have a black doctor?
Funny that you say that. I go to the doctors often. Because you don't have the equipment to see what you have. You don't have the equipment to see if you're deficient. You don't have the equipment to see if your limbs, you know what I'm saying? You don't have those type of equipment. And then once you get the diagnosis, then I take that and I do what I would need to do with that. And then have my apothecary and I take care of that myself. That's how I do it.
Definitely, I agree with that. What kind of advice would you give to people who is maybe, they're starting like a health journey, or they're curious about, some of these things like, keto and vegan and things like that? What kind of advice would you give someone?
Read up on it, study up on it.
Absolutely.
And when you go on a journey, you're going to slip and fall. Just get back up. Don't worry about it. Continue where you left off at. Also, tell them, don't care about what other people think. Because people want to try to say, oh, why you eating that? You can still eat this, and that's meat's not healthy, and I eat meat, but I'm not going to tell people they should eat meat if they're vegan.
Right.
I think vegan is very healthy, but I also think that they're going to have gut issues. So you need your ginger. You need to take